Ethan Harper, the millionaire, burst into his Chicago penthouse kitchen like a man on fire. He stopped so hard his shoes slid a little on the floor. Sophia, his maid, stood by the counter in an orange uniform, yellow gloves on, wiping in slow circles like nothing was wrong, but nothing was normal. 2 baby boys, his twin sons, were strapped to her body in a gray carrier, one in front, one on her back. Calm, quiet, holding on to her like they belonged there. Ethan's face twisted, then his voice snapped. "Sophia, what are you doing with my sons?" Sophia turned her head slowly. "Mr. Harper, please lower your voice," she said. "You will scare them." "Lower my voice," Ethan said, stepping closer. "You have my children on you. Answer me now." Sophia swallowed. "They were crying," she said. "I heard them and nobody came." Ethan's eyes narrowed. "Nobody came," he repeated. "Where is the nanny?" Sophia looked away for a second, then back at him. "Please," she said, "let me set them down first." Gently, Ethan pointed at the carrier straps. "Take them off. If I pull them off fast, they will scream." Sophia said, "I am not trying to upset them. I am trying to keep them calm." Ethan's jaw clenched. "You are a maid," he said. "You clean. You don't carry my sons around my house." Sophia's voice stayed soft, but it did not bend. "They needed arms," she said. "That's all." Ethan pulled out his phone, his thumb moving fast on the screen. Sophia's eyes followed it. "Mr. Harper," she said quietly, "are you checking the cameras?" Ethan didn't look up. "I pay for security." Sophia's voice dropped even more. "Then check the right part," she said. Ethan froze. "What do you mean?" he asked. Sophia held his stare and for the first time her calm cracked just a little. "If you watch what happened before you walked in," she said, "you will understand why your sons are holding on to me like this." Ethan's thumb stopped moving. His face changed. Not anger now. Something sharper, like fear mixed with doubt. From the hallway, a soft door sound was heard. Then a slow step. Sophia's head lifted. Ethan looked toward the doorway. Then he looked back at his phone and whatever he saw on that screen made him whisper one sentence that did not sound like a rich man anymore. "Who else knows about this? Stay with me until the end because what Ethan Harper finds out next will change everything." Ethan Harper burst into the kitchen of his Chicago penthouse. He stopped in the doorway, his chest rising and falling hard. Sophia stood by the counter in her orange maid uniform, yellow gloves on her hands. A gray baby carrier was strapped to her body, and inside it were 2 baby boys, one in front, one on her back. Ethan knew them at once. Lucas and Mason, his twin sons. The boys were quiet, their faces pressed close to Sophia, their small hands gripping her uniform like they did not want to let go. Ethan's voice came out sharp. "Sophia, what are you doing with my sons?" Sophia turned her head slowly. "Mr. Harper, please lower your voice," she said. "You will wake them." "Lower my voice," Ethan said, stepping closer. "You have my children on you. Answer me." Sophia kept her body still so the twins would not shift. "They were crying," she said, "and nobody came." Ethan's eyes narrowed. "Nobody came," he repeated. "Where is Vanessa?" "Upstairs," Sophia said. She said she was busy. Ethan stared at her like he did not know what to do with her calm. You are the maid, he said. You clean. You do not carry my sons around like this. Sophia faced him more fully, her eyes steady. They are your sons, she said. That is why I picked them up. They were calling and no one came. Do not talk to me like you run my house. Ethan said, I do not run anything here. Sophia replied, I only heard them. The baby on her chest stirred, a small sound in his throat. Sophia rocked once, gentle, and whispered, It is okay. Ethan saw how the baby settled, and his anger doubled. He pointed at the straps. Take them off now. Not fast, Sophia said. If I pull them off fast, they will scream. Let me sit first. Ethan's hands curled into fists. You did not ask me, he said. You did not tell me. I did not have time, Sophia said. One of them was coughing. He was red. He could not breathe right. Ethan looked closer. On the baby's arm, he saw faint marks like someone grabbed him too hard. His voice dropped. What is that on his arm? Sophia's shoulders tightened. Please, she said, let me put them down first. Tell me, Ethan said. Sophia looked down, then back at him. I only saw it when I picked him up, she said. I do not know how it got there. Ethan pulled out his phone and opened the security app. The screen lit his face. Sophia watched his thumb move. Are you watching us right now? She asked. I pay for security, Ethan said. Sophia's voice went lower. Then please, she said. Watch what happened before you came in. Ethan paused, his thumb hovering. What do you mean? He asked. If you watch, Sophia said, you will understand why they are on me. Ethan stared at her, then turned back to the phone. He tapped the playroom camera, then dragged the time bar back. At first, it showed a clean room, toys in bins. The gate closed. Then the video jumped, and Lucas was crying on the rug while Mason stood at the gate, reaching out. Vanessa was there. She bent down, grabbed Lucas's arm, and pulled him up too hard. Lucas stumbled. Mason reached for her, and she pushed his hand away. Vanessa looked toward the camera, fixed her face into a smile, then shut the door and left. Ethan's stomach turned as the minutes on the corner of the screen kept moving, and nobody returned. Lucas cried until his face went wet. Mason cried too, both of them reaching for the gate like it was a lifeline. Then Sophia ran into the frame. She went straight to them, checked their faces, lifted Lucas, then lifted Mason, holding them close. She looked toward the hallway like she expected help. Then she carried them out. Ethan watched the clip again, then again, his hand shaking harder each time. Sophia spoke softly beside him. Mr. Harper, I did not do this to cross a line. I did it because they were not safe. Ethan's voice came out rough. How long has this been happening? Sophia took a breath. I have only been here 2 weeks, she said. But I have heard them cry like that before, and I have seen them pull away when she reaches for them. Ethan felt heat rise behind his eyes. He hated that he did not know these things. He hated that he had been gone. He looked at his sleeping sons, still strapped to Sophia, and his mouth went dry. Why did you not tell me? He asked. Sophia's chin lifted a little. Because you would not believe me, she said. Because you walked in here and blamed me first. Ethan flinched. Because it was true. He looked down at his phone, then at the twins, and his voice changed. Slower now. Put them down, he said. Gentle. Sophia nodded. She moved to the couch, sat carefully, loosened the straps, and eased Lucas onto a pillow. Then she shifted, supported Mason's head, and laid him beside his brother. Both boys stayed asleep. For a moment, their fingers still caught the fabric of Sophia's uniform, then slowly let go. Ethan stood over them like he was afraid to breathe. He reached out, then stopped his hand in the air. He did not know if they would pull back from him, and that fear made him feel small. Sophia rubbed her hands together, trying to calm her own shaking. I am sorry, she said. I did not want it to be like this. Ethan lifted his eyes to her. You did the right thing, he said, but his voice still carried pain. I should have been the one to do it. A quiet sound came from the hallway like a soft footstep. Sophia's head lifted. Ethan's eyes snapped toward the doorway. Is Vanessa still in the house? Ethan asked. Sophia nodded once. Yes, she said. Upstairs. Second door. Ethan remembered the day he promised his late wife he would protect the twins. He felt that promise burn in his throat. He also remembered every night he chose work over bedtime. Now the house felt smaller and the silence felt like a lie today. Ethan turned back to his phone and saved the clip. His thumb moved with purpose now. He looked at Sophia and spoke low. Stay here with them. Do not leave this room. Not even if she calls you. Sophia nodded. Yes, sir. Ethan took 2 steps then stopped and looked back again. If she lies about you, he said, if she says you hurt them, what will you do? Sophia held his gaze. I will tell the truth, she said. And I will hope you choose to hear it. Ethan looked at his sons one more time. Then he walked out of the kitchen fast and quiet. Behind him, Sophia sat close to the couch, watching the twins breathe, listening for any sound in the hallway. Ethan walked down the hallway with the saved video on his phone. His steps quick but careful. He reached the stairs, climbed them, and stopped outside the second door. Inside, Vanessa laughed softly on a call like her night was normal. Ethan knocked once. The laugh stopped, the door opened, and Vanessa stood there with her phone in hand. Her smile came fast. Mr. Harper, she said, you are home early. Ethan kept his voice low. Come with me, he said. Now. Vanessa blinked. What is this about? Ethan walked past her into the room and closed the door. Vanessa crossed her arms, acting relaxed. If this is about the kids crying, she said. They do that. They are spoiled. They have learned it gets them attention. Ethan stared at her. Do not call my son spoiled, he said. Vanessa lifted her hands. I am telling you the truth, she said. Those twins are difficult and your maid is making it worse. Ethan's eyes narrowed. Sophia. Yes, Vanessa said quickly. She is always near them. She keeps picking them up. She is crossing lines. She is trying to get them attached to her. Ethan pulled out his phone and held it up. You want to talk about lines? He said. Let us talk about what you did today. Vanessa's smile slipped, then returned. I do not know what you mean. Ethan tapped the screen and turned it toward her. He did not speak. He let the video run. Vanessa watched herself pull Lucas by the arm, push Mason's hand away, close the door, and walk off. Her face went pale. Then she forced a laugh. "That is nothing," she said. He was about to fall. Ethan's voice tightened. "You were hurting him," he said. "I did not hurt him," Vanessa snapped. "And even if I pulled too hard, it was because he was screaming. I was teaching him." Ethan's jaw locked. "They are babies," he said. "You do not teach babies with pain." Vanessa pointed at the phone. "You record your own house," she said. "You spy on us, and now you want to act like a good father." Ethan felt shame hit him, but he did not move from the truth. "This is not about me looking," he said. "This is about you doing." Vanessa's tone shifted softer. "Mr. Harper," she said, "you are tired. You have grief. You do not think clear. The maid is confusing you." Ethan took a step closer. "Do not talk about her like that," he said. "Sophia came when my sons cried. You did not." Vanessa's eyes flashed. "You believe her over me." "A maid," Ethan answered. "I believe what I saw," he said. Vanessa's face turned hard. "Fine," she said. "Fire me and see how fast you regret it. They will scream and you will run back to your office like you always do." Those words cut him because they held truth. He swallowed. "I am not running anymore," he said. Vanessa leaned in. "If you fire me," she said, "I will tell the board you keep secret cameras. I will tell the press you let your maid carry your babies. You know how people will talk." Ethan stared at her. "You are threatening me." Vanessa shrugged. "I am warning you." Ethan raised his phone and pressed a button. "Security," he said. "Come upstairs now." Vanessa's face changed for real. "Mr. Harper," she started. Ethan cut her off. "You are done here," he said. "Pack your things. You leave tonight." "You cannot do that," Vanessa said, her voice rising. "You cannot throw me out like trash." Ethan kept his voice low. "Do you want me to call the police, too?" he asked. "Do you want them to see this video?" Vanessa froze. The door opened and two security men stepped in. Ethan pointed at Vanessa. "Stay here," he said. "Watch her pack. Do not let her near the twins." Vanessa laughed sharp. And her eyes went to the wall near the frame where the small black camera sat. "You think you are smart," she said. "But you do not even know what your own system shows." Ethan's stomach tightened. "What did you do?" Vanessa smiled. "Nothing," she said. "I just know where to stand." Ethan did not like that answer. He walked out, leaving her with security, and moved fast down the stairs. When he reached the kitchen, Sophia was still there, sitting close to the couch. Lucas and Mason slept side by side. Sophia stood when she saw him. "Did she come down?" she asked. "Not yet," Ethan said. "But she is leaving tonight." Sophia let out a breath. "Thank you," she whispered. Ethan looked at the twins, then back at Sophia. "Where did you learn to handle babies like that?" he asked. Sophia hesitated, then spoke softly. "I raised my little brother after our mother died," she said. "I learned because nobody else did." Ethan nodded once, like he felt the weight of it. "I should have learned, too," he said. Sophia's eyes watered. You can still learn, she said, but you have to be here. Ethan sat staring at his sons like he was seeing them new. He touched Lucas's tiny hand with one finger. Lucas did not wake, but his fingers curled around Ethan's. Ethan held still, afraid to break the moment. Sophia spoke. Mr. Harper, can I say something? Ethan nodded. If you keep cameras, she said, make it fair. Let staff know. Do not hide it because hiding it makes good people feel watched and it makes bad people think they can play games. Ethan's throat tightened. You are right, he said. Upstairs, a suitcase bumped down a step. Sophia's body tensed. Ethan stood. I will handle it, he said. You stay with them. Sophia nodded. I will. He paused at the bottom of the stairs and opened the app again. He dragged the time bar back to yesterday. Then the day before, he saw small things that made his skin prickle. Vanessa standing where the camera could not see her hands. Vanessa smiling at the lens, then turning away fast. He saw Lucas flinch when she reached toward him. He saw Mason quiet the moment Sophia entered like fear letting go. Ethan closed his eyes for a second. He remembered his wife's last words to him. Don't leave them. He had promised, but he had broken that promise by being gone. He looked at Sophia. Tonight, he said, I need you close to them, not as a maid, as the only person they trust right now. I will be here, too. I will not sleep at the office. Sophia nodded, but her voice shook. If she tries to blame me, she said, I am scared you will doubt me. Ethan answered. I saw enough, he said, and I will not let anyone twist it. He called his head of security, told him to change every door code, and asked the doctor to come at sunrise. Ethan walked toward the stairs again, his hands steady now. Whatever Vanessa meant about the system, he would find out because this time his sons were not alone. Ethan did not sleep that night, not even once. He sat in the kitchen, suit jacket off, watching Lucas and Mason breathe on the couch. Sophia stayed close, hands folded, eyes fixed on the twins. A suitcase wheel scraped upstairs, then stopped, a door shut. Vanessa was moving, but the house did not feel safe yet. Ethan spoke. Sophia, I need the truth, he said. How long has this been going on? Sophia swallowed. I have only been here 2 weeks, she said. But I saw her grab them 3 times. Today was the worst. Why did you not come to me the first time? Ethan asked. Because you do not talk to staff, Sophia said. You talk through people and the truth dies on the way. Ethan nodded once. The words hurt because they were simple and true. A small whine came from Mason. His eyes opened halfway. Sophia started to rise, but Ethan lifted a hand. Wait, he said. Ethan moved close, slow. It is Daddy, he whispered. You are okay. Mason made a tired cry. Ethan froze, unsure what to do. Sophia guided him. Put your palm on his back, she said. And stay still. Ethan did it. Mason's cry softened, then stopped. Mason's tiny fingers caught Ethan's shirt. Ethan held his breath because that small grip felt like a door opening. Sophia whispered. They want you, she said. They just do not trust what comes next. Before Ethan could answer, a hard knock hit the front door. Sophia's shoulders jumped. Ethan checked the door camera. A police officer stood there with a man in a blazer holding a folder. Ethan opened the door but stayed in the frame. "Can I help you?" he asked. The man showed a badge. "Mr. Harper, I am Marcus Reed. Child Welfare," he said. "We received a report tonight. We need to check on the twins." Ethan felt his mouth go dry. "A report from who?" he asked. Marcus shook his head. "We cannot share that," he said. "We only respond." Ethan knew. Vanessa had made her move. "You can come in," Ethan said. "But you speak to me first, and you do not touch my sons." Marcus nodded and stepped inside. The police officer stayed near the door. Marcus asked, "Do the children have injuries?" Ethan answered, "Yes, marks on their arms," he said. "And I have video of who caused them." Marcus looked at him. "Video," he repeated. Ethan nodded. "Cameras," he said. Marcus's face stayed calm. "Are your employees aware they are recorded?" Ethan hesitated, then spoke. "Not fully," he said. Marcus wrote something down. Then he said, "Show me the children." Ethan led them to the kitchen. Sophia stood up at once, her hands visible at her sides. Marcus looked at her. "And you are?" he asked. "Sophia the maid," she said. Marcus glanced at Ethan. "Is she part of the report?" he asked. Ethan stepped in front of Sophia without thinking. "She is the one who protected them," he said. Marcus leaned down near the twins and asked for more light. Ethan turned it on. Marcus did not touch them. He only looked. His face changed. "These are grab marks," he said. Ethan held up his phone. "I have the clip," he said. Marcus watched. The police officer watched, too. When the video ended, Marcus closed the folder halfway and looked at Ethan. "This helps," he said. "But you need a plan for safety starting now. Who will be with the twins?" Ethan looked at Sophia, then back to Marcus. "I will be here," he said. "And Sophia will be here if she agrees." Marcus turned to Sophia. "Do you feel safe in this home?" he asked. Sophia's throat moved as she swallowed. She looked at the twins, then at Ethan. "I feel safe with the babies," she said. "And I feel safe if Mr. Harper keeps his word," Ethan answered fast. "I will," he said. Marcus nodded. "All right," he said. "We will follow up tomorrow. Do not delete footage. Do not let the nanny near the children." Ethan walked them out, locked the door, and stood there for a moment, eyes shut. Sophia spoke from the kitchen. "She called them. She said she really called them." Ethan opened his eyes. "Yes," he said. "And she will call more." Sophia's voice tightened. "What if she tells them I hurt your babies?" she asked. Ethan rubbed his forehead, then looked at Sophia. "I blamed you first," he said. "And I am sorry. I walked in angry because I was scared." Sophia's voice was quiet. "Fear makes people pick a target," she said. Ethan nodded. "I will not let anyone put this on you," he said. He stood and went to the hallway where the security men waited. One whispered, "Sir, she is packing, but she keeps asking for her phone. She says it is missing." Ethan's stomach tightened. "Missing phone," he repeated. He climbed the stairs. Vanessa's door was open. Her suitcase sat on the bed, clothes shoved inside. Vanessa stood near the dresser, face hard. "Mr. Harper," she said. You are making a mistake. You made the mistake when you touched them, Ethan said. Vanessa's smile returned. Thin. You think you caught me, she said. But you only caught what you wanted to see. Ethan stared. What does that mean? Vanessa stepped closer. It means people believe what looks wrong, she said. You're made with your babies, your cameras, your silence. They will not ask who started it. Where is your phone? Ethan asked. Vanessa lifted her shoulders. Gone, she said. Maybe it already left this house. A guard spoke. Sir, the service door downstairs was not fully locked. Ethan's throat went tight. Someone had been in the house or someone had just left with something. Ethan pointed at Vanessa. Take her out, he said. And search every hall. Ethan went down with the guards and checked the service door himself. The latch sat crooked like it had been pushed shut in a hurry. He looked at the camera above it and a small red light was off. Someone had cut it. Ethan felt his stomach drop. He called his lawyer. Then he called the doctor again and asked them to come early before the sun was even up. Ethan returned to the couch and looked down at Lucas and Mason. He spoke low. She will try, he said. And that is why tomorrow we end this with proof, not noise. Sophia wiped her face with the back of her wrist and nodded. Ethan made himself do something he had avoided for too long. He picked Lucas up slow, careful, and held him against his chest. Lucas stirred, then settled like his body recognized the steady beat under Ethan's shirt. Ethan whispered, I am here, he said. I am not leaving again. A buzz came from Ethan's phone. Unknown number. One photo loaded on his screen. It was Sophia in the kitchen. The twins strapped to her, taken from an angle that was not one of his cameras. Below the photo were 5 words. Everyone will see this tomorrow. Ethan did not reply to the message. He stared at the photo until his eyes felt dry. The angle was wrong. It was not from any camera he owned. Someone had been close enough to take it. Sophia saw his face change. What is it? She asked. Ethan turned the screen toward her. Sophia's hand covered her mouth. She did this, Sophia whispered. She wants to ruin me. Ethan locked the screen. She wants you scared, he said. And she wants me rushing into a mistake. We will not give her that. People will believe it, Sophia said. They will say I took your babies. Ethan kept his eyes on her. I have the full video, he said. One photo cannot beat the whole truth. Truth is slow, Sophia murmured. Lies move fast. At sunrise, drive. Patel arrived. She checked the twins with steady care, then looked up. These are grab marks, she said. Not a fall, not normal play. Ethan's throat tightened. Can you write that down? He asked. Doctor. Patel nodded. And you need a pediatric specialist, too. She said. Babies remember rough hands. After she left, Ethan's phone started buzzing. His assistant said a post was spreading. The photo with a caption about kidnapping. Reporters were calling and the board wanted an emergency meeting. Tell the board I will join, Ethan said. But my children come first. He ended the call and looked at Sophia. Stay close to them, he said. Do not open the door for anyone. Sophia nodded. Should I leave? No, Ethan said. If you leave, it looks like you ran. And I will not treat you like a secret. Late morning, Marcus Reed returned with Ms. Forden. Ethan showed Drive Patel's note and the full footage. Ms. Forden asked, "Did staff know about the cameras?" Ethan answered, "No," he said. "I installed them after my wife died. I thought it was safety. It was not fair. Will you change it?" Marcus asked. "Yes," Ethan said. "Every camera will be disclosed and any that are not needed will go." Ms. Forden turned to Sophia. "Did you know you were recorded?" "No, ma'am," Sophia said. Ms. Forden nodded. "You did the right thing by coming when they cried." Marcus asked Ethan for a plan. "Who stays with the children now?" "I will," Ethan said. "And I want Sophia nearby. Only until we have a safe plan." Sophia swallowed. "I agree," she said. "But I need to know I will not be blamed." "You will not stand alone," Ethan said. After they left, Sophia sat at the table, hands flat. "My name is in those comments," she said. "People pick a target and throw stones." Ethan sat across from her. "You will not disappear," he said. "Why would you take that heat for me?" Sophia asked. Ethan looked toward the couch, then back. "Because my sons held on to you when they were scared," he said. "And because you stayed calm when I came in angry." At noon, Ethan joined the board on video. One member said, "Place the maid on leave. Keep her out of sight," Ethan replied. "She is a witness." "Not a problem," he said. "I will not hide her to protect a logo." Another asked about the hidden cameras. Ethan said, "I will take responsibility," he said. "But I will not lie, and I will not blame Sophia." The chair demanded a public plan by end of day. Ethan agreed. After the call, his lawyer, Daniel Brooks, arrived. Ethan showed him the threat message, the photo, and the clip. Daniel listened, then asked one question. "Where is Vanessa right now?" Ethan looked at the head of security, and the man's face told him enough. She was gone. Her room was empty. Her suitcase was missing. Ethan's stomach dropped. "She slipped out," he said. Security added. "The service door latch was bent and the camera above it is off." Sir Ethan's hands tightened. "Check every camera," he said. "And check every staff phone log. I want to know who came near that door." Daniel nodded. "She is building a story," he said. "And she may have taken something with her. We file first harassment, trespass, theft, and child endangerment. Then a protective order." Ethan asked, "Can we stop the post?" Daniel answered, "We can report it," he said. "But screenshots travel. The better move is evidence and speed. We stay calm and we move first." Sophia stood near the sink, her voice low. "What if police come for me?" Ethan looked at her. "They will not take you away from this house like a thief," he said. "Not while I am standing," Daniel added. "Do not speak to anyone alone," he said. "If anyone calls, let me answer." "Can she come back here?" Sophia asked. "Not without consequences," Ethan said. Ethan went to the security room and watched footage with his head of security. He did not chase drama. He chased timestamps. He saw Vanessa walk past the kitchen earlier with her phone held low like she was recording. He saw her stop under a corner where the camera did not reach. Then glanced toward the service hallway. He could not see what she held, but he saw the intent on her face. Ethan returned to the nursery and sat on the floor between the cribs. He stayed there for a long minute. Sophia stood at the door. "I did not hold them enough," Ethan said like a confession. Sophia replied, "You can start now," she said. "But you must stay steady even when you feel shame." Ethan nodded and placed his hand on Mason's blanket. Soft like he was learning how to touch his own life again. He looked at Sophia and said, "If anyone asks, tell them I asked you to protect them." That evening, Ethan gave a short statement in the building lobby. Reporters crowded close. "My twin sons were harmed by a caregiver," Ethan said. "Sophia protected them. An image is being used to twist the truth. The facts are with authorities." A reporter shouted, "Did your maid kidnap them?" "No," Ethan said. "She carried them because they were crying and nobody came." In the elevator, Sophia's phone rang. Unknown number. She answered by mistake, then went still. A woman's voice said, "Sophia, you think he will save you? Wait until you see what I kept." The call cut. Ethan watched Sophia's face drain. "What did she say?" "She said she kept something," Sophia whispered. "Then we find out what," Ethan said. That night, Ethan stood between the cribs. He spoke low. "I am sorry. I should have been your shield." Lucas's lips moved. A tiny sound came out. Small but clear. "Duh." Ethan froze. Sophia stepped into the doorway and heard it too. Ethan leaned closer. "Lucas, say it again." Lucas's eyes stayed shut, but his mouth moved once more. "Da." Ethan held the crib rail and breathed slow. Sophia whispered, "He trusts you." Ethan nodded. "Then I will not fail him again." In the parking lot, a person in hoodie typed fast, then smiled. The next move was set. Outside, far below, a car door shut. A figure looked up at the building, phone in hand, watching. Ethan did not see it. The next morning, Ethan woke up on the nursery floor. He did not move right away. Lucas and Mason were still asleep, their chests rising slow. And even Sophia stood at the doorway with a cup of water. "You need to drink something," she said. Ethan sat up and took it. "Thank you," he replied. He looked at her. "You did not sleep either." Sophia shook her head. "I kept thinking about that call," she said. "She said she kept something." Ethan rubbed his face. "We will not guess," he said. "We will find out." Daniel Brooks arrived early with 2 laptops. He set them on the dining table. "I spoke to the detective assigned to the report," he said. "Her name is Detective Elena Vargas. She is coming in 1 hour." Ethan nodded. "Good," he said. "We give her everything." Sophia asked, "Will they take the twins away?" Daniel looked at her. "They take children when there is no safe plan," he said. "Right now, the safe plan is here with Ethan present with medical notes and with footage." Ethan turned to Sophia. "You are a witness," he said. "And you are protected." Sophia's voice trembled. "People online already judged me," she said. Ethan answered. "I will speak to the world later," he said. "First, I speak to the law." At 9, the elevator dinged and Detective Vargas stepped out with an officer. She shook Ethan's hand, then looked at Sophia with a steady face. "We need a full timeline," she said. "From the day you hired Vanessa to last night," Ethan spoke in clear pieces. "The hiring," The crying, the marks, the clip, the threat message. Daniel handed over printed screenshots and the doctor's note. Detective Vargas watched the video twice. Then she asked, "Where did the photo in the threat message come from?" Ethan said, "It is not from my cameras. The angle is wrong." Detective Vargas nodded. "Then we treat that as another crime," she said. "Stalking, trespass, and harassment." Sophia swallowed. "What if she posts more?" Detective Vargas asked Sophia to speak alone for a few minutes. Sophia looked at Ethan first. Ethan nodded. "Go," he said. "I am right here in the dining room." Detective Vargas asked, "When did you first notice something was wrong?" Sophia answered in short, careful lines. "The twins would stiffen when Vanessa leaned close," she said. "One day, she saw Vanessa pinch Mason's thigh to stop him from whining, then smile when she heard footsteps." Sophia said she feared Ethan would think she was lying to take someone's job. Detective Vargas wrote it down. She asked why Sophia used the carrier. Sophia swallowed. "It was in a closet with baby things," she said, "and she only knew the twins calmed down when they were held close." When Sophia returned, Ethan's eyes were wet, but he did not look away. He stepped toward her, lowered his voice, and said, "I am sorry I burst in angry. You did not deserve that, and my boys did not deserve silence." Detective Vargas asked, "Do you have access logs for the building and footage of the service hallway?" Ethan called security and the head of security brought the logs. Detective Vargas compared timestamps, then tapped one entry. "Here she said a delivery badge used at midnight but no delivery scheduled." Ethan's throat tightened. "That is how she slipped out." Detective Vargas looked at Sophia. "Do you know her friends, her family?" Sophia shook her head. "No, ma'am." Detective Vargas stood. "We will find her," she said. "But first, we check the door you said was tampered with." They walked down the hall. The small camera above the service door had a loose cover. The officer lifted it gently. Inside was a tiny memory card, not from Ethan's system. Detective Vargas held it up. "This is what she kept," she said. Sophia's knees felt weak. She held the wall. Ethan reached for her elbow. Sophia whispered, "She hid it here." Detective Vargas placed the card in a bag. "We will copy it at the lab," she said. "But if she planted it, she filmed something meant to fool people." Ethan's voice went tight. "Like me blaming Sophia," he said. Detective Vargas nodded. "Likely," she said. 2 hours later, Detective Vargas called. "We have her," she said. Ethan stepped out. "Where?" She tried to hand the story to a blogger downtown. Detective Vargas said she brought a copy of the card and she brought a cut strap to claim the maid forced the babies into the carrier. Sophia's mouth opened. "She cut it. She said she wanted them to cry so she could film." Ethan's hands shook and he held them behind his back. Detective Vargas continued. "She confessed when we showed her the full footage. She said she admitted she took the photo, sent the threat, and called child welfare." Ethan closed his eyes. He did not feel relief. He felt guilt because he had let the wrong person near his sons. Detective Vargas said, "We will charge her and we will ask platforms to remove the false posts, but people may keep sharing. You will need a public statement." Ethan nodded. I will do it, he said. After the officers left, Ethan went back to the nursery. Lucas was awake, sitting up, rubbing his eyes. Mason crawled toward the crib rail. Ethan knelt. It is Daddy, he said. I am here. Lucas looked at him, then held out his arms, small and unsure. Ethan lifted him and held him close. Lucas pressed his face into Ethan's neck and let out a soft cry like a weight leaving him. Sophia turned away to wipe her face. Ethan spoke. Sophia, I owe you. Sophia looked back. You owe them, she said. Be present. Ethan nodded. I will, he said. And I will make sure no one can hide in my house again. That afternoon, Ethan spoke in the lobby. He did not try to sound perfect. He said a caregiver harmed his sons. The police had evidence and Sophia protected the boys when nobody else came. He said the photo online was part of a lie and the truth was already with detectives. A reporter asked, "Why is the maid here?" Ethan answered, "Because she is not a secret," he said. "She helped my children and I will not punish her for it." Sophia spoke once. Simple. I only carried them because they cried. She said, I am glad their father heard them too. That night, Ethan sat at the kitchen table with a pen and paper. He wrote a schedule. Breakfast, play, doctor visits, bedtime. He wrote, no work calls after 6. He looked at Sophia. Will you stay? Sophia took a slow breath. I will stay, she said. If you keep choosing them, even when the world is loud, Ethan nodded. I will. In the nursery, Lucas pointed to Ethan and said, "Da again, clear and steady." Mason copied him, messy, but proud. Ethan laughed, and tears ran down his face. He held both boys and whispered, I am here. I am here. Dear viewers, this story is not just about a millionaire CEO and a maid. It is about 2 little boys who only wanted someone to come when they cried. It is about a woman who stayed when it was easier to walk away. And it is about a father who finally stopped hiding behind work and faced the truth inside his own home. Ethan Harper had money, power, and control. But none of that could calm Lucas and Mason when they felt scared. Sophia did not have power. But she had patience, courage, and a heart that could not ignore a child in pain. And when the hidden camera exposed everything, the real question was not who looked guilty. The real question was who chose to protect the babies when it mattered most. If this story touched you, please take a moment to comment where you are watching from and tell us what you learned from this story, because your words may help someone else who feels unseen or someone who needs the strength to speak up. Now, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this story with a friend or family member, because you never know who needs to hear it today. And if you want more stories from us, comment more stories and you will be the first to get the next emotional stories we drop. Before you go, answer these questions in the comments. 1. If you were Ethan, what would you do first after seeing the truth? Would you fight quietly or speak out loudly? 2. Do you think Sophia should have stayed or should she have left for her own safety? 3. What is one lesson this story taught you about children, trust, and showing up for the people you love? To extend this story into a full hour-long script, let's delve deeper into the backstory, add more detailed scenes, internal monologues, and additional subplots that build tension and emotion. We'll explore Ethan's past, his late wife's memory, Sophia's personal struggles, and the ongoing investigation with more twists. Let's go back in time a bit, before the incident, to set the stage. Ethan Harper wasn't always the distant father he had become. He remembered the day his wife, Amelia, gave birth to Lucas and Mason. It was a rainy afternoon in Chicago, and the hospital room was filled with the soft cries of newborns. Amelia had looked at him with tired but joyful eyes and said, "Promise me you'll always be there for them, Ethan." No matter what, he had promised, holding her hand tightly. But life had a way of pulling him away. After Amelia's sudden passing in a car accident just 6 months later, Ethan threw himself into his work as CEO of Harper Enterprises, a tech firm that dominated the market. The penthouse became a place he returned to late at night, exhausted, leaving the care of his sons to nannies and staff. Vanessa had been hired through a prestigious agency, her references glowing. She seemed perfect, efficient, smiling, always on time. But behind closed doors, things were different. Sophia, who had started as the maid 2 weeks prior, came from a humble background. She had fled a difficult life in a small town, raising her brother after their mother's death from illness. Cleaning homes for the wealthy was her way to survive in the big city, but she never expected to get entangled in something like this. Now, let's revisit the opening scene with more detail. Ethan had just returned from a grueling board meeting where he secured a multi-million-dollar deal. His mind was racing with numbers and strategies when he heard the faint sounds from the kitchen. Bursting in, the sight hit him like a punch. Sophia, with the twins strapped to her, looked so out of place yet so natural. His initial rage was fueled by confusion and fear. What if something had happened? What if she was taking them? But as she spoke calmly, asking him to lower his voice, a crack formed in his armor. As he checked the cameras, the video played out in slow motion in his mind. He saw Vanessa's face twist in frustration, her hand gripping Lucas's arm with unnecessary force. The boy's cries echoed in his ears long after the clip ended. Guilt washed over him. How had he missed this? How many times had this happened while he was in meetings or on calls? Confronting Vanessa upstairs, the room felt charged with tension. Her laugh on the phone stopped abruptly, and her smile was too quick, too practiced. As she defended herself, calling the twins spoiled, Ethan's blood boiled. The video playback in her presence was satisfying yet horrifying. Her pale face, the forced laugh, it all confirmed his worst fears. But her threats added a layer of complexity. She knew about the board, the press. She was calculating, dangerous. Firing her wasn't enough. He needed to ensure she couldn't harm them further. That night, as Ethan sat watching his son sleep, memories flooded back. He recalled Amelia's laughter, her gentle way with the babies. "You're a good man, Ethan," she had said. "But don't let work steal you from us." He had let it happen. Sophia's presence was a quiet comfort. Her story about her brother resonated with him. Loss had shaped them both. The knock from child welfare was a jolt. Marcus Reed's questions probed deep, forcing Ethan to confront his absenteeism. Showing the video felt like baring his soul, admitting his failures. But it also highlighted Sophia's heroism. As the officials left, Ethan's apology to Sophia was sincere, born from a place of newfound respect. The missing phone added mystery. Searching the house, Ethan imagined worst-case scenarios. What if Vanessa had accomplices? The tampered service door hinted at something larger. The threat photo arriving via text was chilling. Seeing Sophia with the twins from that odd angle suggested intrusion, violation of their sanctuary. Sophia's fear was palpable. She worried about her reputation, her future. Ethan's resolve hardened. He would protect her as she had protected his sons. Dr. Patel's examination was thorough. She not only noted the marks but discussed long-term effects of trauma on infants. They need consistency, love, she said. Rebuild trust slowly. The spreading post online was a nightmare. Comments flooded in, judging Sophia harshly. Ethan felt rage at the injustice. Joining the board call, he defended her fiercely, refusing to throw her under the bus. Daniel Brooks's arrival brought strategy. Filing charges, planning statements, it was a battle now. Watching more footage revealed subtle signs of Vanessa's abuse over days. Flinches, avoided eye contact from the boys. It broke Ethan's heart. In the nursery, admitting his shortcomings to Sophia was cathartic. Her encouragement gave him hope. The public statement was nerve-wracking, but necessary. Reporters' questions stung, but Ethan's responses were firm. Sophia's brief words added authenticity. The threatening call to Sophia escalated things. What I kept, those words haunted them. Ethan paced, brainstorming possibilities. Standing by the cribs that night, hearing Lucas say, "Da," was a miracle. It fueled his determination. The next morning, with Daniel's help, they prepared for Detective Vargas. Her arrival was professional, her questions sharp. The timeline recount was exhaustive, covering every detail. Sophia's private talk revealed more incidents, painting Vanessa as manipulative. Finding the hidden memory card was a breakthrough. What could be on it? Detective Vargas's update later, that Vanessa was caught trying to sell her twisted story, was a relief. Her confession unraveled everything. Charges piled up. Ethan's guilt lingered, but action healed. Back in the nursery, lifting Lucas, feeling that trust, was transformative. Sophia's reminder to be present grounded him. The lobby statement expanded, Ethan sharing more about his journey as a father. Sophia's addition humanized the story. Writing the schedule was a commitment to change. Asking Sophia to stay was about building a new family dynamic. Hearing the boys say, "Da," again sealed it. But the story doesn't end there. In the weeks that followed, Ethan made good on his promises. He reduced work hours, attended therapy with the boys to heal from the trauma. Sophia transitioned from maid to a trusted caregiver, her bond with the twins growing. Vanessa's trial was public, her attempts to smear them failing against the evidence. Ethan testified, owning his mistakes but highlighting Sophia's bravery. The media shifted, praising their resilience. Sophia found strength in the support, starting a small advocacy group for domestic workers. The twins thrived, their laughter filling the penthouse. Ethan often thought of Amelia, feeling her approval. One evening, As he tucked them in, Lucas grabbed his finger and said, "Da love." Tears came, but they were joyful. Sophia smiled from the door. "You've come far, Mr. Harper." "Call me Ethan," he said. "We're in this together." And so, the penthouse, once a place of silence and secrets, became a home of love and presence. Dear viewers, let's reflect deeper. This tale teaches us about vigilance in our homes, the power of standing up, and redeeming past errors. Share your thoughts. How has a similar experience changed you? Like, subscribe, and spread the word. More stories coming your way.